Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the beautiful Assembly Hall at Church House Conference Center and to our 10th Annual Global Energy Summit. We're honored and privileged to have distinguished guests and speakers here, some of whom have actually flown in from overseas. So the summit would not be possible without the support of our long-standing support from our platinum sponsor, BCG. Their early support helped kick off the organizing, and we thank you very much for that. I would also like to thank our gold sponsors, Statoil and FMC Technologies. Statoil has been supporting us since the 8th edition of the Global Energy Summit, and FMC Technologies have been supporting the Energy Club and the Global Energy Summit for the last 2 years. Thanks also to our silver sponsors. 8/8 has been joining us for the second year running, and Ying Li, a new sponsor for us. We look forward to your support in the coming years. We'd also like to thank, and this is going to be quite a lot of thanks, a lot of effort's gone into this, faculty, staff, and alumni who've actually helped us throughout the year, the last 6 months, and given us valuable advice and help throughout. The 2013 GES committee and volunteers, without your help, this wouldn't happen. So we've worked tirelessly for the last 6 months to deliver this fantastic lineup of speakers and hopefully a fantastic summit. I'd like to extend a special thanks to our speakers for taking the time to be here with us. I know you're all very busy people, and we really appreciate your time and your views. And so we have a packed agenda today, and we've started 15 minutes after when we should have, so that's not helping the cause. But we're hoping to have you away about 4:45 today. So if you could please bear with us, especially during the Q&A sessions, we might have to cut some people off, because we'll just have to move on, press on. So a few housekeeping rules. Please keep your telephones on silent, that's the usual drill. And the toilets you can find to your left there, or to your right. And, well, to your left, your right. And fire exits as well. So they're clearly marked. There are several stairs out of here. It gets a bit confusing in this building, but once you get out, assembly is in the Dean's Yard. Around the front of the building. So, with all that said, let me welcome you again to the 10th Annual Global Energy Summit on behalf of the GES Committee. And I would like to hand over to Sir Andrew Liekerman, who will open the summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Don't worry, I'll be very productive and make up a bit of time so that you can hear what you've come to hear, which are the speakers here today and not me. But I just felt I wanted to come here just to express my support for the summit and to thank very much those who have made it happen, sponsors and organisers. This is a key area, not just, of course, for the London Business School, but for the world. And I'm delighted that this summit has gone from strength to strength in terms of what it's done over the years. For those who are not from London Business School, we are committed to being active in this area. We have a very active energy club, one of the biggest and most active student clubs. Our energy markets group at London Business School, with my colleague Derek Bunn, has done a lot of work in this field, and indeed has, as part of a consortium, just won a major grant from the European Union. And we've got the Clean Tech Challenge, which comes annually now for people to get funding for projects. So as a school, we know perfectly well this is a really crucial area. If I just look too, very briefly, at the context of this, all countries are consumers of energy, so everybody is involved in this, whether they want to be or not. And of course, we are all involved in the global warming debate. It's not something out of which you can opt. If we look at the big geopolitical issues in the papers every day, energy lies at the heart of an awful lot of those. And if you look at the implications of price fluctuations, these, of course, are central to discussions about national competitiveness and, of course, central to issues about inflation and inflationary expectations in terms of economic growth. For the world as a whole, of course, we are just still working through the implications of the fracking revolution, particularly in the United States. If you just look at the difference between the Texas and North Sea benchmark prices over this year, you can see this is unfinished business. This is an extraordinary phenomenon, it seems to me. And of course, you can discuss questions of imports and exports from the United States and the balance there. But this is something which we are right in the middle of and where we have not yet seen the consequences. And I'd be interested to hear a report back from these discussions as they come on during the course of the day. In the UK itself, we are also central to this debate, the question of North Sea resources, fracking here in the United States, alternative energy supplies, the abandonment in the last few days of a big wind farm in the Bristol Channel in terms of the discussions about green taxes and so on, and the discussion about whether we can afford, and if so, who is going to finance nuclear energy in this country. So this is all over the papers and for very good reason. But also, clearly the energy field provides great opportunities for individuals who are involved. One of our alumni, Jim Ratcliffe, who recently was catapulted into the news because he is the owner of Ineos, who operates the Grangemouth oil refinery in Scotland. He is someone who's been very clear about the fact that energy competitiveness is going to be critical in terms of the way manufacturing facilities are sited and the way in which countries are going to be or not going to be competitiveness. And his decision about Grangemouth was clearly very influenced by issues about energy pricing in the UK compared to the US. So it's not just at a macro level, but also a micro level that this is such an important area. Okay, well, I've made up a bit of time. It's only 6 minutes behind now, so that's been my big contribution to the day. Finally, then, once again, can I thank very much the sponsors and the organizers for making today happen. Have a great day.